Hello and welcome back to Sustainable Teacher. If you are new here, I'm glad to meet you. My name is Leticia, and if you've been here before, I'm glad you're back. Today we're going to talk about communications, how we communicate and the history of communications. If you are interested in this video, do not hesitate. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. The history of communication is huge. There are lots and lots and lots of important dates in our history that are landmarks for communication progress, okay? I'm gonna tell you 7 that are really relevant for the way we communicate today. So in 1831, the telegraph was invented by Joseph Henry. Maybe that was the first time that the humankind, invented something that was able to communicate in the distance.
I'm gonna drive a golden spike where your Union meets your Central Pacific. Stop.
That's why it was called telegraph. It was able to transmit messages between people that are like in a long distance. Then, of course, you know that usually telegraph was used with a code, with dots and lines or dashes, okay, or long or short pulses. It was called the Morse code. And it wasn't only invented by by Samuel Morse, but also by Alfred Bell, okay? And it was in 1836. We're still in the 19th century. In 1875, the telephone was invented by Antonio Meucci, but by that time they were wired, they were not wireless, okay? And then in 1997, it was Nikola Tesla, but not in that moment he wasn't credited for that, who made the first wireless transmission with a radio.
So, this is the Great Denton.
Then, in 1927, the first satellite was launched into the space by Russians. It was the Sputnik 1. In 1992, there are 2 main events. The web was open to normal public because before it was only used for governments and military actions. And also the GSM, which was the first mobile network, was also created or developed. And the thing is, how do we transmit this signal? How do we transmit our voices or the radio signal or TV signal? We use electromagnetic waves. And these waves are a form of energy. It's a mix of electricity and magnetic waves. And they create fields and they emit these waves from that fields. Of course, fields are not created from nothing. They are created with a machine. The important thing, the way that signals are different, it depends on their frequency. The frequency is like the amount of time that a wave repeats in 1 second. If the length of the wave is really short, is really energetic, it's gonna be repeated lots of times in a second. If the energy is low, the wave is gonna be wider and it will be repeated less times. According to this, we have different types of waves, okay? We have very low waves, radio waves, VHF, and which is very high frequency and ultra high frequency waves, microwaves that we also use in the microwave, infrared waves that we also use for the infrared light, visible light, UV rays, X-rays, and gamma rays, okay? But in this video, we are going to focus on radio waves, U and VHF waves, and microwaves. Why? Because those waves are used in communication. So, as you can see, we use units like the hertz. The hertz is the measure of frequency. As you can see, these frequencies are really high. We are talking about kilohertz and megahertz. So 1000 hertz and 1 million hertz, so it's a lot of hertz. So waves are repeated lots and lots and lots and lots and millions of times in a second. So radio waves are used for AM radio, VHF and UHF are used for FM radio, and television, the current television, the DTT, the digital terrestrial television, and the microwaves are used in mobile phones. So these are the three types of ways that we mainly use in our communications nowadays, okay? And how does it work? It could be a picture or it could be a voice, but usually the message is recorded with a device. It could be a camera, it could be a recorder, your phone, on the radio station, and then that's audio signal, because when we talk, we emit audio signals are taken by a machine, and they are converted into electromagnetic signal, electromagnetic waves. Then it is modulated, so that means that the length of the waves is changed depending on what type of signal do we want or do we need. And finally, it's amplified to be able to broadcast it, to emit it from an antenna to our houses, our phones, our televisions. It depends. I hope that you've learned now that, like, the basis of communication, that everything is almost based in electromagnetic waves, that's the secret of communication, and that different frequency creates different types of electromagnetic waves that for different types of communication. Please leave me in the comments if you knew something about this, or this is absolutely new for you, or if you knew something different that you want to share with us. Everything that you want to share, leave it in the comments. And of course, see you soon.